it's so funny in this world. There's people who like are into like permaculture hardcore and like just food forests and no veggies and annuals. And then there's people who would like us who like the raised beds too, where you can get a ton of herbs and medicine and veggies, a lot of abundance during season.
Yeah.
And I think there's room for both. What is your take on that? Like, do you do food forests too? Because I know you're so great with raised beds.
That's such a good question. And animals are kind of the third component to like a sustainable system, in my opinion.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I love the raised beds because they're so easy to start. You can source really good soil, and no matter what's underground where you live, especially in neighborhoods where it's mostly construction fill is your soil. You don't really have native soil anymore. I love raised beds because anybody can do them if you have a few square feet. In our setting on a farm, we have both. We have tons of fruit trees, really spread out. You've seen it, we're like kind of little individual pockets of papaya here, banana circle there, avocado there. But our other big project for the rest of this year is a food forest. So that's the plan. And Brendan's totally gung-ho. We got the mulch. We have everything. So I love all of it because I think holistically you really need the ease in some ways of raised beds to plant. I love the Victory Garden style that I had in Nashville. And the raised beds are a little bit more of a controlled space with the automatic irrigation and things like that to grow some of those more delicate or tricky veggies. And then the food forest scene to grow a little bit lower maintenance abundance and variety and things that you can kind of set and forget in some ways. And then the animals to go throughout all of it. So we have the cow manure in a compost pile that breaks down to beautiful dirt over time. And we don't really do anything to it except let the chickens into it and they turn it for us. And then we have the chickens in a tractor and a small electric fence that we move around the farm. So they're cleaning the system by eating any bad bugs and then fertilizing the ground along the way. I put them around a different fruit tree every time I move them. So everything's nourished naturally. But yeah, holistically, that's the goal. And then from our home to create as little waste as possible by composting and recycling and things like that, reusing.
Amazing.
So,
I love that answer. Yeah, holistic growing. There's room for all. I love all of it too.
We're kind of at a good place right now. Everything's manageable. And so January 1, I haven't even fully talked to Brendan about this yet.
It's being put out there. Yes.
My dream, which we'll figure out how to do this practically, ducks, more laying hens, because our hens are almost 4 years old, 3.5 years old. So they're still laying, but they're slowing down. And then meat chickens. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
and ducks.
Something I haven't done before.
And meat chickens
on my own farm. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a pond for ducks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I have to ask, have you ever done that?
No.
Butchered it?
No.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
I know.
Are you gonna get like a defeather and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
we have a lot of friends that have done it many times and have experience. And we eat meat, but we eat responsibly raised
love it.
meat and stuff like that. So I really feel like if I can raise my own animals with respect and give them literally the best life humanly possible,
for sure.
and then they have one bad day and it nourishes us and our community, then I'm up for it. So that's what our plan is with that.
I love how we're talking about this because a lot of people don't want to talk about it in the farming world because we want to just be like pretend nature and reality doesn't exist, but it's a wild world.
Yeah.
But it's good to be conscious about it. So talk about that. How do you source your meat now? Like, do you try to get it locally and stuff, and you have eggs from the farm?
Yeah, we eat a ton of eggs, tons and tons. That's a really good homegrown protein source where the animals are nourished really well with even like the kale that I pull off that's
They love
all
kale.
junky with aphids on it. Like that's the best for them. So yeah, we eat tons of eggs. But other than that, just chicken, beef, fish is my favorite because it's so expensive. It's a special treat for us. We don't get it a lot because we go to the local market here. So it's like
Right here in Tequesta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
caught that day, so fresh. Really, really good stuff. So that's kind of my favorite special treat.
Cool. Yeah, local off the Atlantic coast. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You're inspiring me. I want to get chickens. Even we're renting and like I've just been putting it off, but we got to do it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
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 It's good.